Yo guys, what's going on? Tom for 2 here, Chessman on Lostark. Today, as requested, I'm going to do an updated class video. My Paladin build, where it's at currently. I guess I'll chat about what I'm planning to do with it, its current state, the build, the skills. I'll even show my Chaos build, all the elixirs, everything like that. Just in its current raw form as of today. Today's the 19th. Next week, we are getting the Wild Soul, but nothing's gonna be changing for at least for quite a bit in terms of how I'm building it. Maybe the accessories are going to be upgraded in a bit, but more so the same sort of build. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you're new, and let's just get right into it. So Paladin's been my main since the launch of the game. It's right now sitting at 1695. I do want to get it to 1700. Um, but right now, haven't had a chance to hone it since I just brought up my Slayer to 1690 the other week. Um, yeah, still looks the same. Probably should change the skin once in a while, but you know what? It's clean. The skin, it makes it noticeable on the battlefield. I can identify and not get lost. And that's the reason why I wear this skin, right? You can easily identify your character. It's clean. There's no cape for extra, extra stuff on the screen that I don't really need to see. So, yeah, let's go right into the gear. So 126 Flowers of Transcendence. I made sure to max it out way before when we were doing Thamine. So, and then once we got BMO, I made sure to get max on the weapon as well. So 126 Flowers. Elixirs are Luminary 5, Strength 4. Chest is Healing Enhancement 5, Resource Blessing 5. Master Evasion 3, Max HP 5. Ally Enhancement 5, Weapon Power 5. Strength 5, and Luminary Chaos 5. So those are the elixirs. In terms of the helm, 90 quality, Pauldron's 85 quality, 100 quality on the chest, 98 quality on the pants, 100 quality on the glove, and I've got 71 quality on the weapon. As for my ancient accessories, the necklace, I have max MP plus 15, brand power plus 8%, attack power plus 195. Probably could upgrade it eventually, but right now it's just on a 76 quality necklace. 89 quality earring, I've got weapon power plus 0.8%, plus 195, and combat HP recovery plus 10. Definitely can improve on that. 99 quality earring, max HP plus a 6,500, status ailment time bonus plus 0.5%. Recovery for party members is plus 2.1%. For the ring, one of the rings, max HP increase plus 1300. Combat HP recovery plus 10. Crit rate plus 0.40. So definitely can improve there. Same thing with this ring. Crit damage, status ailment time bonus, and ally enhancement, or ally damage enhancement. So when I rolled these at the time, I rolled them just to get the lines so that I could unlock the Ark Passive effects for the Enlightenment tree. So definitely a lot can be improved still. Probably re-roll them as I have. Just to check how many shards I have. Where are those? I've got 3,600 shards. And you want to like on one of your characters just funnel all the accessories from like an alt character and send them via mail to your main. Just so that you could continuously accrue more gem shards, because that's how you're going to reroll your lines a lot more. Let's go to my bracelet. Right now I've got Swiftness plus 113, I've got Vitality, I've got Strength, and I've got Spec plus 100. So that's the best I can get right now. Hopefully in the future I'll get a 5-line bracelet, but that's what it is. A rock, it's a tier 4 rock with Expert and Awakening. We'll dive into the Ark Passive. So the Ark Passive, again, Spec, Swift. I got 10 into Spec, 30 into Swift. I've got 3 points in Goddess of Blessings, 2 into Passionate Dance, and 2 into MP Furnace. So I pretty much just followed for the evolution tree. Just follow whatever was on Lostark Nexus. Definitely check it out. They've got all the builds for all the classes. So that's what I kind of use as a baseline guide. For the Enlightenment tree, I've got Holy Protection, Blessed Aura, Godly Grace, and I've got 5 points in the Light's Vestige, and I've got 1 point in the Deepening Faith. Now, eventually you want to... I've read some things about there's different ways that you could go about the Enlightenment tree. You could either go into Evolution or Enlightenment after running your Braille and getting the mats and go through the Karma tree. I chose to go for maxing the Enlightenment tree first. Let me know what you guys think. It just seems they give you different buffs pretty much, but this is just what I'm doing for now. And eventually I'll just get more points into Deepening Faith once you kind of get more points. So there's that. For the Leap Tree, for the Bracelet, I've got 2 points in the Transcendent Power, 3 points in the Awakening Amplifier, 5 points in the Release Potential, and 3 points in an Instant Spell, and then 2 points so far in Righteous Light. So that is my Ark Passive build for my Paladin. I've got a couple of different presets. I don't think I've ever talked about my presets really. I've got a Chaos build loadout. So here let's see, I have not actually switched over to Betrayal. Let me do that real quick. I did not realize that. So generally on your Chaos build, of course supports, they have a hard time soloing if you just run strictly Yearning. So you want to run Betrayal, and of course turn on the Ark Passive. But yeah, on my Chaos build, you obviously want full Betrayal. I don't think the Elixir effects matters that much. I think I just rolled like additional damage on one of them, but really it doesn't matter too much. I have a DPS build that I was playing around with earlier, and then I just have my main support build. So Chaos build, I'm surprised I'm still using tier 3 accessories. I'll have to swap that out soon enough. I'm too lazy to go find them in my inventory right now. But main one is just a support. You want to make sure that you're on Yearning, full Yearning set, and you've got your ancient accessories. So yeah, when I go into Chaos, this is the preset that I use, my Chaos build. For skins, right now I've just got the Celestial Skill chest and pants. Got the cute leaf. Don't wear any of this other stuff. I think I'm rocking the sword, the 2nd anniversary sword. And I'm using the orange fallen leaf trail effect. Engraving wise, now this kind of depends raid to raid, but in general, this is what I rock. Expert Awakening MP increase, Magic Stream, and Vital Point hit. Makes it so that you can spam your skills, no issues. You're providing a lot of stagger. I use 2 blue skills in my main build. I know a lot of people only use 1, but I am a team player. We pass mechs all the time, so I will use Vital Point hit and use 2 blue skills. For Brel Gate 2 or Brel Gate 1 and 2 hard mode, I'll swap out max MP increase for Explosive Expert. And for the Explosive Expert build, I do have the full relic books. Reason being is we get extra grenades and bombs. So dark grenades you get to hold like 8. Corrosives you get to carry like 10. And we needed that for our clears for Brel Gate 1 and Gate 2 when you want to just get more DPS out. And so forth. Other things to consider, I've got a Chaos build. Chaos build, you change the engravings and you go through your mass preset settings, but I've got Contender, Raid Captain, Preemptive Strike, Master Brawler, and Keen Blunt Weapon. Pretty simple. And then I think the stone I'm using, if I don't even bother changing the stone, so it's whatever, it's just Chaos's. Gem-wise, so I, again, use level 8 damage gems for all the major buff skills that I have. So Wrath of God, Heavenly Blessing, Wrath of God, Heavenly Blessing, and Holy Aura. The rest are just kind of 7s based on of utility. So I use God's Decree, I use Holy Explosion, and then I've got 8 CDs on kind of the major skills as well. So like Holy Protection, you definitely want an 8 on. Heavenly Blessings, Wrath of God. And yeah, everything else, like my branding skill has a 7, Sword of Justice I use. My 2 blue skills use level 5 CDs right now. And that's about it. So pretty much my entire kit right there. Card-wise, I'm still using Lost Wind Cliff. You guys can check out my roster update video to see a little bit more in-depth view of like my cards layout and stuff. So we're continuously just working on that vertical progression system. Let's go take a look at my build. So I've got a couple presets. I'll show off my main build first. So this is my main rating loadout. So as you can see, I've got 2 blue skills, the rest yellow skills. I use Sword of Justice, 111. I use a Conviction rune on it. Holy Area, I go 131, with a Focus rune on it. Holy Sword, I use Overwhelm rune, I go 112. Executioner's Sword, I go 212. I've got another Overwhelm rune on it. God's Decree, I go 111 with a Judgment rune, so use Conviction Judgment brand skill first and die God's Decree. That way I could get the extra resource back. Heavenly Blessing, I use 331. I've got a Wealth rune on it. Wrath of God, I've got another, I guess, Epic Wealth rune, and then I go 322. Holy Protection, I've got 312, and I've got Legendary Gale Wind on it. As I said before, I think as the fights sort of started getting a little bit more difficult, so starting around like Thamine, Gate 3, Thamine Gate 4, Echidna wasn't too bad, but I still now run it in constantly in Echidna, Behemoth, pretty much any upper grade now, Aegir. I started using 2 DR skills. So I used to use, in my previous build, Light of Judgment, just because you wanted a good Paladin generally can get their Blessed Aura proc, or the X skill, off as many times as they can. But then I realized my DPS need, like, constant DR, especially with all the crap that they might have to eat or tank, or there's certain patterns we want to greed, right? So Holy Protection is one of them. That's why I use the tripod in the second row here. You get incoming damage, minus 30% for a second. So just cast that. That's like my second skill. And then I have God's Decree, which gives me push immune, and it also gives them a little bit of shield. And then all party members have incoming damage minus 70% for 1 second as well. So that's just my way of trying to give them a little bit more DR, right? It's not too much. I don't want to slap the DR skill onto Heavenly Blessing, because otherwise you're going to give up the attack power buff. This one is pretty good. It's for 4 seconds, but again, you kind of give up that attack power buff, and I don't really know what else to use. Otherwise, Light of Judgment, if you just trust your DPS, you would probably ideally use Light of Judgment just to get more meter off, but that's just the way I play. Holy Area, it does a pretty good job. CD's pretty good, and I get additional piety meter as well. So that's like my current build. If we take a look at my Chaos build, now you don't have to read too much into the Chaos build. It's just for Chaos, so you can honestly use whatever you want. I'm just trying to max out on how many AoE skills I use. I got Flash Thrust, got Charge, give you guys a quick scan at the tripods. Holy Sword, slightly different from my raid build. Executioner Sword, again, a little bit different. Execution of Judgment, Heavenly Blessing, Wrath of God, and Holy Explosion. So that's what I'm using for my Chaos. And yeah, this is pretty much my my set loadout for Paladin. And as I said before, a good Paladin will generally get their Blessed Aura off as much as possible. What I learned, or what I kind of had to adjust to, and this is just receiving feedback from my static members, who we obviously want to pump a lot more DPS, but as part of my skills is a good support, and this is just kind of supporting 101 and I'm by no means a great support, but this is what you try to do. Is you've got Sword of Justice, which is your brand skill, and then you've got your attack power buffs, which Heavenly Blessing and Wrath of God, and then you have your DR skills, and then you have your utility skills, right? You have your T skill, which is also a buff skill, and then you also have your X skill, or Holy Aura, which gives additional damage to foes. Now, when you are trying to DPS a boss and get to these burst windows, right? What the most optimal setup you have is if you have the brand on, you have attack power buff on, you have your T skill on, and you have your Holy Aura skill on, all at the same time, so you're getting 4 times stacked buffs, right? And that's what I try to do with these burst windows, or these windows where you know the pattern is going to be pretty good. The boss isn't going to be moving that much, and your DPS can freely hit it, right? Worst case scenario, you only have your brand and your attack power buff, so that's two like buff skills that are on the boss and on your DPS. You try to rotate in your T skill as you can, but I usually I try to rotate my T skill in, but a lot of times you have to be using your T skill along with your Holy Aura, and that's just kind of the playstyle I've sort of been adjusting to a little bit more, because I was more so like a support who just kind of always had constant buffs and uptime. But then you kind of want to start saving for these burst windows now, especially for like Brel, when it's a little bit harder to find those windows for your DPS, right? Otherwise, the fight does get dragged out a little bit longer. And now that Soul Eater and some of these other classes are way more OP and they're more bursty, that's just kind of the playstyle I started to kind of fit around. So that's just kind of quick tip from me and from something that I've gotten reached feedback from. So let me know what you guys think if it's something different. Definitely don't try to use your Awakening at the same time as when your X skill is on or your Holy Aura skill is on. It's mostly, I use it just to regen it fast as soon as I see like my T skill is coming up, or if it's on CD and it's not coming up for a while, then it's just like an extra chance for me to use my brand skill, my attack power buff, and my X skill, even though the T skill isn't on. So that's pretty much it for my Paladin. I don't want to keep the video longer than it should be. Again, the rotation I generally use is just brand, then use God's Decree for Conviction Judgment, attack power buff. If I have my X skill on, I'll use my T skill and X as soon as I can. Use Holy Protection to shield your allies. You rotate between Holy Wrath of God and Heavenly Blessing, so they're not so that you're constant up to good uptime. Then these are my two main stagger skills and also my two counter skills. So there you have it. Let me know if there's any other feedback people or information people want to know. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to just subscribe if you like the content, if you want to see more of this type of stuff, and see you guys in the next one. Peace.